Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I'm playing Familiars. This is a deck that was decided by Lou Vendotti, who managed to win the raffle at the Upstate New York Charity Pauper event. So there was a deck donation given by me to help the event raise money for charity, and Lou won the raffle for the deck donation. So a little back and forth there. He said that he wanted to see a clean stock version of Blue-White Familiars played by me. It's probably the deck I'm the most known for, so let's see if I can have a good showing. Now I'm going to explain for a little bit why I've made these card choices, so stick with me. We have the Blue-White Familiar shell, which has Sunscape Familiar to cost reduce green and blue spells. We're not playing any green spells. This is basically a blue deck that's splashing white for the Sunscape Familiar, God-Pharoah's Faithful, and the Ephemerate. God-Pharoah's Faithful says, gain a life whenever you cast a Grixis spell. We have no other colors other than blue, so whenever you cast a blue spell, you gain a life. With two of those in play, any blue spell you cast is basically the anti-Gutter Snipe. We're going to be gaining two life per those. We also have another creature that does well with triggers, which is Murmuring Mystic. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you create a bird. Now, I've decided to play a version of the deck that's looking to maximize on those. So I have 8 cantrips with Ponder and Preordain. These only cost 1 mana at all times. So if we get a couple of Faithfuls in play, we can easily get, 3 to 6 life a turn, just like popping off these, and then spit out a bunch of birds. Also, having more cantrips allows us to find our payoffs more effectively. So we can find our familiars faster, we can find our Archaeomancer and Murmuring Mystic faster. And then I have a grind package of the Modern Age plus Deep Analysis. Modern Age is a 2-mana saga that loots, and then the third chapter transforms into a 2/3. So it's kind of like a cantrip, and it also provides a body blocking in the air, which is quite good. It can threaten the initiative or Monarch, and it causes our opponent to have to waste their removal on things that are not Sunscape Familiar. The big card draw is Muldrifter as a 4/of, great with Ephemerate, of course. And then you have 3 more Lorien Revealed. And for the counterspells in the main deck, I've chosen to play Foil. This is, you can discard an island card and another card rather than pay the spell's mana cost to counter target spell. Late game, if we have 2 Sunscape Familiars in play, this is a simple counterspell for blue-blue. And then in the early game, we can pitch it to make sure my opponent doesn't do anything crazy and just overwhelm us in the early game. I think that Familiars is a late game deck, so I think that we need a way to beat the early game. So that's why I've decided to go for all this 1 mana plays, get your Faithful down, get the stall going, get a bunch of tokens. We are weak to green go-wide decks, so that's why we're playing 2 Last Breaths. I also personally think that we're weak to Affinity, so I'm playing 4 Dust to Dust with 1 Revoke Existence. A Revoke Existence can also be used to get rid of enchantments or another artifact land. Then we have 2 Negates and 2 Prohibits as more like general counterspells. Prohibit is very good versus Boros decks with Skyfishers, good versus small creatures. Negate is good versus big mana spells or Lead the Stampede, Winding Way decks. And then Hydroblast is a 4/of. That is simply a requirement if you're a blue deck in the Pauper format. So that's my deck tech. Hopefully you stuck around. Let me know what you think about it if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the matches. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. We're here in round 1. I believe my opponent usually plays burn decks. I think I'm going to keep this. This is a bit sketchy because we have tap land, but we do have double Faithful and cantrips. I'll buy no. And then in chat, they sent me a spicy Demir fairies, weird fairies like affinity deck. Okay, so my opponent is on red. Play Chancery. We'll pick up the Mortuary Mire. Then we're going to Faithful Ponder, probably looking for an island, but then not sure. We probably want to play the island. It looks like they're on Rally Red. So it's a little bit worse for me because they're going wide quickly. Faithful. We will Ponder. What am I looking for? Snap would be good. Another Plains is good, actually. Double Fam. That's fine. No. Land. Play the Faithful. Then I can double block the Tomb Raiders. Play Mortuary Mire to grant the Faithful back. They play Gutter Snipe. What is this crazy deck? Block and block. Gutter Snipe's pretty bad for me. I think I don't want the extra fam. Maybe I do. Let's start with the Preordain. Go to 16. Another Preordain. So I'm gonna go top and top. Play land. Play a Familiar. Play a Preordain. I'll top both. And then I'm gonna block with my 3 creatures. I'm at 18. So you can see that I've gained a ton of life already. I've gained like 7 or 8 life. Opponent plays a Clockwork. Do they have a Bushwhacker? They have a Kessig. So I'm going to be taking 2 damage here. Block, block, block. Start with a Preordain. See if I can find a Snap. Flicker doesn't do it here. Foil? Don't think I want the foil or the Mystic. I don't have any islands in my hand. We're going to bottom. I found a Flicker. Let's go. Sunscape Familiar. Evoke this Muldrifter. We'll draw 2. Play the Mortuary Mire. Put the Muldrifter on top. Your turn. I'm at 20. So every spell they cast is 3 damage. They have 3 cards in hand, so that's 9 damage from hand. Plays another Kessig, so that's 4 damage from hand on every spell. They're getting in. We're going to block all the 2-power creatures. So they're hitting me for 2. Lightning Bolt on a Faithful. But I think I have infinite life now, so it doesn't matter anymore. Tap, tap. We will snap the Gutter Snipe. Undone. We'll play another Sunscape, I guess. Play Archaeomancer. We will get the snap. Then I will flicker. Show them I have infinite life. All right, they conceded the infinite life. Very nice. So that was a good showing for me in game 1. They had a lot of creatures, but not a lot of instants and sorceries, and maybe that was a problem for their deck specifically. We can bring in the Last Breath. I think we're going to cut the Modern Age. It's a bit slow. We're going to cut the foils. And we have 4 Hydroblast. So here we're looking to play a game where we abuse our cantrips along with our Faithfuls and Murmuring Mystics to get a lot of triggers and then try to kill everything. The Deep Analysis is pretty good versus something that is playing a lot of Pyros. We could also cut one of the Ephemerates. I think I'll cut an Ephemerate for a Prohibit. So we have 5 counterspells and then lots of stall. Eventually going wide with Mystic. We want to use Last Breaths for like their pinger creatures. Or even the Tomb Raider. Alright, so game 2, we're keeping this. Best draw for me is a Hydroblast, but we have a Faithful. One has a Clockwork, not a Tomb Raider. They're going to put me to 19. Draw a Familiar, so I will play a Faithful. We probably just put the Familiar onto the battlefield on turn 2 and then block with it, forcing them to use an interactive spell to deal with it. They don't currently have Galvanic Blast online. They use a Ren's Resolve, finding Great Furnace and Synthesizer. They give us a free block here. We have a Deep Analysis. And the other thing I can do is go God-Pharoah's Faithful, cycle for an island. But I think it's better to just put the Fam in play and then make them use a removal spell on it. Then on the next turn I can go Faithful, cycle for a tap land, play the tap land, and then I have 4 mana on the following turn. They're probably going to play the Synthesizer. Synth enters the battlefield, finds a Tomb Raider. So they have Tomb Raider, then they have another Goblin or another land. They can Galvanic Blast the Faithful if they want. Getting in with everything, I'm just going to block on the Tomb Raider. This stops the Faithful from getting hit by a Lightning Bolt, and Lightning Bolt would have killed the Familiar anyway. They Lava Dart the Familiar. I'll go Faithful. Now I want to cycle for the untapped land, and then cast a Preordain, gaining 2 life. Hydroblast Last Breath, that's really good. We're going to keep both of those. That's the turn. I don't need to do anything here. I'm not going to block. We're going to Last Breath the Flame Breather, Hydroblast the Tomb Raider here. They just played a Reckless Impulse. They're just passing. I'll go land. I guess I see what they do. These are both instants, so it's not really necessary to just spam them. I kind of imagine that they have a Pyro in hand. So we're going to try to Hydroblast, which gives me a trigger. They fight on the stack. Pyroblast. Yep. We do gain the 2 life. I'll just exile the Kessig. Maybe I should have exiled the Tomb Raider. They attack for 4. I think I should block both of these. And then I can play the Muldrifter or the Deep Analysis, depending on what I draw. This just taps them off of a Pyroblast. They did not do anything. Okay, we'll go Faithful. Actually, I think I just Deep Analysis. It's a great 2-for-1 if they Pyroblast it. They Red Blast the Deep Analysis. So like I said, the Deep Analysis, very good versus Red Blast decks. I'm at 23. Next turn I have a Faithful, and then I can cast Deep Analysis for a life gain neutral. They find a Galvanic, so they can take out one of my Faithfuls. Faithful is going to die. 1 down. Okay, I'm not going to block right now. Play a Faithful. Cast a deep analysis. I'll go to 17. They have another Pyroblast. So this was a 2-for-1. And then I'll play a land pass. I guess I have to start blocking. They have 2 cards in hand. Blockwork, block, block. Lightning Bolt takes out a Faithful. Have a Mortuary Mire. Lay out the Muldrifter. Hoping to draw Island and a Hydroblast. Not sure if that'll happen. We found a Hydroblast. So I think I want to block with the Muldrifter and then put it back on top with the Mortuary Mire. We're going to be blocking these 2 creatures. Or maybe I don't even... Okay, they play another Tomb Raider. That gives me easy blocks. Block, block. I'm going to Ponder first. Because I can't draw the Muldrifter right now. I will take the Familiar. Play the Fam. Mortuary Mire on the Muldrifter. Your turn. Block. I think I'm just going to Hydroblast and take out a Tomb Raider. This is a problem if they top decked specifically a Gutter Snipe. They're getting in. We block and block. They have another removal spell. But I have the other counter spell in my hand. Counter. They flash back to Lava Dart, so I guess they could have another spell. Maybe if they have a Pyro right now, let's play the Muldrifter. We're going to draw 2 lands. I'll play my Island. Holding... I don't have to hold anything because I took the Modern Ages out. Friends Resolve. They find Lava Dart Galvanic. Galvanic is online right now. Galvanic. Okay. They're going to kill my Muldrifter. Alright, maybe I'm dead. We're taking 4. I need another spell. Snap. I can bounce the Samurai. Pass the turn. No Lightning Bolt for the Familiar. Ugh. Okay, so it looks like I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Muldrifter. Draw 2. And I die. Okay. So I think I'm going to put the Modern Ages back in. So let's get rid of the Ephemerate. Rid of Last Breath. Rid of 1 Mystic. Bring the Modern Ages back in. I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't have any like super high power. We do have a Floodplain and Island Familiar Muldrifter. My opponent mulligans to 6. Looking to top deck some Hydroblast, I suppose. Cantrips would be okay. We can Ponder and Shuffle. We play a Clockwork on turn 1. Let's put the Familiar on the table. A Reckless Impulse. Finding Galvanic Blast, Pyroblast. So this is good actually because I can go land, snap your creature, and then slam a Muldrifter. Turn 3 Muldrifter is pretty good. They can Pyroblast the Muldrifter, and then, I don't know, maybe they Galvanic Blast the Muldrifter. Plays the Clockwork again. If they Pyro the Muldrifter, they can then Galvanic my Familiar on blocks, so I have to not block. I will decline to block. Then they're going to Galvanic Face. We have the Mortuary Mire. So I can Mire back the Muldrifter, snap this, play Mancer for snap, bounce the Clockwork, play Archaeomancer. I will return the snap. Then I will Modern Age, discard the Ash Barrens, Mortuary Mire, grab the Muldrifter. They play a 4th land, Kessig Flame Breather, Synthesizer. I go to 15. Finding a mountain, they cannot use that. They have 1 land basically. Going to loot. I will discard Ponder, attempt to snap the Kessig. It just straight resolves. So let's try evoking a Muldrifter. They didn't have anything. Okay. So now I'll slam the Lorien Revealed. Alright, cool, your turn. Plays a Great Furnace, replays, or they play a Gutter Snipe, okay. Friends Resolve, pinging me for 2. Synthesizer and a Lava Dart. So we're going to remove the Gutter Snipe, draw 2, and hold up Hydroblast. Attack. I've drawn no Faithfuls this game so far. And I think if I'm going to target anything with my Hydroblast, it's going to be their Pinger creatures. Maybe targeting the Synthesizer would have been okay as well. I know they have Lava Dart in exile. They play the land. The Lava Dart can be played this turn. I will try to counterspell your Kessig Flame Breather. They've got a Lava Dart. They play the Clockwork. I'm just going to block it with the Vector Glider. They ping me for 1 with the Lava Dart. I'll block. They find a Kessig. They can play it until the end of the next turn. I'll try a Preordain. Looking for Flicker or Hydroblast. There's a Hydroblast and a Snap. That's very good. We're going to evoke the Muldrifter. We have the Hydroblast in hand. Draw 2 cards. Bounce the Muldrifter. I'll Hydroblast your Galvanic Blast. They might have been better off saving that, but now the Muldrifter comes back to hand, and I drew an Archaeomancer to play to get back a Hydroblast. And I can attack for 3. They're at 0 cards in hand. They have Kessig in exile. They have 2 Synthesizers to use. I think I'm just... Oh, they sacrificed the Synthesizer. Find a clockwork. Don't care about the clockwork anymore. Just block it with my Sunscape Familiar. Oops. Tap for white on accident. Let's counterspell the Kessig. Bonk. See if I can find a Faithful. Chancery. I'll pay 4 for a Mole Drifter. Draw 2. Another Familiar. Play a Familiar. Chancery. We will pick up the Mortuary Mire. Play Modern Age. Discard the island. And pass. So we've gone wide. They have 2 cards in hand now. They have the Synthesizer to draw a card with. So they're basically looking at 3 cards. Like, they could be able to push a lot of damage. I think I would probably block 2 Archaeomancers on a Samurai so I can Mortuary Mire it back to get another Hydroblast. They Lava Dart me and play a Tomb Raider. They decline to attack. I find a Ponder. I can discard the Chancery. Start with a Ponder. See if I can find a Counterspell. Find a Faithful. So tap, top. No shuffle. Play the Faithful. Well, let's evoke a Mole Drifter. And they have a Pyroblast. So it's important here that you evoke the Mole Drifter because it's only 1 mana into the Pyroblast versus spending 3 mana on the Lorien Revealed. And now I can spend that mana and get 3 cards. And I can Preordain, looking for a counterspell. No counters. Another Mole Drifter though. I will Mortuary Mire, return the Mole Drifter. And I guess we're just going to spend our mana to Deep Analysis. It will put me to 12, but they have no cards in hand. And I could attack with the Mole Drifter there. I'm just going to chill for 1 more turn and then start winning the game. Opponent has 1 card in hand. We draw a Ponder. Our Modern Age flips. I'll play out the Sunscape Familiar. Then I'm going to... I could just put the Mystic on the table. I think that's fine. If they have a Pyroblast, it's okay. They did not. I'll Ponder. So now the Mystic and the Faithful together take over the game. They can't come back from this, I think. Another Faithful. So we could take the Prohibit first. All right, GG's. They concede. And we'll see you in round 2. Round 2. We're on the play. Okay, we're keeping. We'll lead on a tap land. We can put Familiar on the table if my opponent's not doing anything to disrupt me. No removal spells. If not, maybe we have Preordain or a Snap coming up. So easy start here. The nice thing about this hand is that we have both of our colors and we have a path to a 3rd land with the Preordain. They go Tomb Raider on turn 1. Alright, that's not amazing for me. Well, I think I'm best if I can Preordain into another land. Alright, we'll bottom, top, play land. We'll cycle for an island. This allows me to, on the next turn, play Familiar, snap the Tomb Raider, and then evoke the Mole Drifter for cards. They're probably on Rally Burn. Plays a Burning Tree Emissary. And a Rally at the Hornburg. I do not like this. It means Bushwhacker's coming up. It's in for 1 million. Go land, Sunscape, bounce a token, untap. That gets rid of the token forever. We'll play the Modern Age. Hoping to find something good. Did not. So I'm just going to jam the Deep Analysis here. It's not great. Not great at all. But we needed to draw cards. Play another land. Epicure. We're looking at Bushwhacker, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another Clockwork. They do not have a Bolt. Wow. Okay. So I still need a Faithful, but they have a ton of power on the table. Maybe I can draw another Snap. I draw a Foil. Isn't very good. I'll discard the Deep Analysis. Land. Play Sunscape. I have to find a Snap, I think. Snap. Alright. Didn't get there. I don't have enough blocks, and we are dead. The Rally Burn deck is much better versus Familiars than the Madness Burn because they go wide so fast. We need Hydroblasts. We're going to cut the Modern Age again. Let's see. We cut the foils. We can cut the Ephemerates. And then we'll just go Prohibit, down to 1 Mystic. I don't know. Maybe the Last Breath is better. Okay, we're on the play. And seems like a trap. But Ponder just have too many lands. We're gonna mulligan. This is much, much, much better. Is the Snap any good? I don't think so. We'll get rid of... Actually, we'll get rid of the Deep Analysis. Play land. We'll cycle for the Plains. Okay, pass the turn. I'll yield. I'll give them the idea that I might have Hydroblast, I guess. Mountain. Alright. They're holding a Pyroblast. Cycle for a Plains. If I do draw a Hydroblast, they're looking to be trying to play a Burning Tree next turn, which is not great. Not great. Ponder. See what kind of Burning Tree chain they can have. We have to shuffle this because there's no lands. Finding a Preordain. they end step a bolt. Not the most effective bolt. Here comes a burning tree. A land would be the best for me. They reckless impulse. And they found Great Furnace Tomb Raider. We did find a land. Not the greatest land. I think I'm just going to put the familiar on the table, play the floodplain. We can block one of their creatures with the familiar and force them to use their lightning bolt on it ahead of time so that my faithful lives. They play a rally. They've tapped out. Okay, we block and take 2 damage. I have a Hydroblast. Going to snap a token, get it off the table forever. Untap. I'll cast a Preordain. Another Hydroblast. Going to turn 4. Bottom, top. Then I will Preordain looking for a land. And also action. Bottom, top the island. Okay, so we're out of action, but I have double Hydroblast. Don't know if that's going to save me. They play a 4th land. Burning Tree, I will allow it. Okay. We're going to get hit for 1. They have 2 cards in hand. They pass the turn. Okay, I have a Murmuring Mystic. Will this save me? If they have double Pyro right now, it's a problem. I will probably Hydro a Pyro if they Pyro it right now. I will attempt to Hydroblast. Okay, Mystic is on the table. They don't have Galvanic Blast online. Lightning Bolt's the familiar. Interesting. I'm going to take the damage here because they could Pyroblast my creature. Let's deep analysis. I mean, Lightning Bolt my creature. Play a land. We're in a good spot now. Now it's over, I think. And having drawn the land with the Hydroblast right now, yeah, you can just chain that a little bit. We drew a Pyro. We're going to respond. Counterspell. Gain the life. Make a bird. Start with the deep analysis. Make another bird. That effectively cost me 2 life to deep analysis. Play a land. I think I'm going to Archaeomancer for the Hydroblast. Pass. When it's turn, they bolt the Archaeomancer. That is 100% fine. They're holding on to that bolt. I will pass the Lorien Revealed. Drawing 3 cards sounds better than drawing 2 cards, even if I get a 2-2. I don't really need the 2-2 right now. And we find another Lorien Revealed. I should probably just chill. I have so many interactive spells, and like, I don't know if the land is going to be better than just having more card draw eventually. They're passing. 2 cards in hand. Sting. So, I'm going to tap 2 mana, play the Chancery, picking up the Plains. We'll try to snap this Human Soldier token, getting it off the battlefield, which allows me to have +1 mana. And now I can cast the Muldrifter and have double Hydroblast. Alright, now I can start attacking. Pew. Okay, opponent's at 18. Their turn. 3 cards in hand. Clockwork. Sure. They attack with the Clockwork. I will block with the God-Pharoah's Faithful. I have double Counterspell. So if they bolt, I have the interaction for it. And by blocking with the Faithful, their creature doesn't die, and they don't get the card. I'm going to play a Familiar. Preordain. Make a bird. Mortuary Mire, the Modern Age. I guess we're good to keep both of these. I'll attack with all of my creatures that can fly. Then jam. If I use the Lorien Reveal, I have too many cards. I think I'm just going to snap the Muldrifter, then replay it, giving me +3 mana, or +2 mana. That's very nice. And I can Modern Age, it's fine. Modern Age will discard this extra land here. Oh, Plains is much better to discard. 22 life, game is over. Opponent's got lots of cards in hand. They're hanging out though. Rally the Hornbark, I don't care. Sure. I'm going to prohibit the Bushwhacker. Mostly because if they ended up killing my familiar, the prohibit wouldn't have been discounted anymore. But it was over. Can I win on the draw? I do not know. We're going to try. Alright, game 3 on the draw. We've opened an unkeepable hand, Mulligan. So this one is keepable. I don't know if double Chancery does it though, so we can put back that second Chancery. The problem with this hand is that we don't have, like, we're really relying on drawing a snap or a cantrip, play the island, and pass the turn. I think we're going to have to cycle for a Plains. I'm not sure. They have Burning Tree. We're definitely going to die. This was just not good enough. They have the Rally. I'll cycle for an island, and then I'll play the Chancery, and then playing to the upside of drawing a snap. Can we draw the snap? Prohibit. Still have to play the Chancery. Pick up the island. On the next turn, we can Familiar and hold Prohibit, but if they have, like, another creature into a Bushwhacker, I'm, like, already close to dead. They have a Lightning Bolt to put me to 13, and a Bushwhacker. So, I need Snap off the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus another 3. Alright, we'll play the Familiar. The likelihood of living is very low. We're going to go to 1 minimum. Another bushwhacker. I will attempt to counter. I'll go to 1. If I were them, I would have... Wow, they don't have anything. Ponder. I have to find a snap or a faithful. Still might not do it. Shuffle. Block. Kill that. Die. Okay, GG. See you in round 3. Round 3. So we beat rally, then we lost to rally. That's not... Okay, this one's good, I think. Keep. Don't know what my opponent's doing. We have a lot of power in the hand. You're most of the time going to be facing a burn opponent on Magic Online. It's just the most prevalent deck. I'll preordain. But God-Pharoah the Faithful is good here. Don't think either of these cards are where I want to be. We draw a Muldrifter. Opponent is on Forest. Spare Dagger. I don't have any idea what that is. +1/+0. Whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice it to ping a creature. Okay. That's odd. Play the Chancery, picking up the plains, or the island. This next turn I can Faithful into Modern Age, discard an extra land. Land grant. So we get to see what they're doing. What is this Spare Dagger doing? Playing... Okay. Whatever. God-Pharoah's Faithful. Play the Modern Age. We're going to discard the plains. This second Faithful is not very good. It looks like they're on Spy. Battlement on the table. Wall of Roots. They have 3 mana for an Axebane. What we really need here is a foil. We draw. Discard Faithful. I'm going to play Island and evoke the Muldrifter, trying to draw an Ephemerate off the top. We draw 2. Did not find the Ephemerates. I'll pass. No, they have Winding Way still in hand and Overgrown Battlement. Plays Gatecreeper Vine. So they're close to getting all the lands out of their deck. Plays the Forest. Battlement. So Winding Way is still left. 1 other unknown. They have black mana for Spy right now. Plays Winding Way. Genercent, Lead the Stampede, Sakura. So Lead the Stampede, Spare Dagger, go to the graveyard. They have Genercent, Sakura Tribe Elder. 1 more card in hand. Plays the Elder. You're going to play Genercent. That's a good sign for me. Find the Ephemerate now. Not in time. I think I just play land and then jam the Lorien Revealed. Still trying to find a foil. We can discard one of the Chanceries here. They're sacrificing to get the last land out of the deck. They got a Forest. Maybe it's not a Spy deck. I don't know what's going on. Plays a Winding Way. Am I dead? So far, not dead. So Acorn Harvest went to the graveyard. Wall of Roots isn't. They play the Wall of Roots. They have land grant in the graveyard. They can play Sagu. Sagu. I'm looking for a counterspell still. So I think I Archaeomancer or the Preordain. Lotleth Giant. They are Spy. Gets in. So they have no cards in hand. I'm at 17. Play the Murmuring Mystic. This allows me to stop their beatdown plan. Cast a Preordain. Make a bird. Faithful and a Preordain. I don't think I need the Faithful. I will have to top the Preordain. Play land. Cast another Preordain. Double snap. Your turn. So if they draw a Spy, I'm dead still, I think. They they drop the entire match. Okay, I'll take it. See you in round 4. Alrighty, we are here in round 4 versus Always Late, Never Early. We're going to keep. They seem to be on time here. They're playing Drawswords Bridge on turn 1. I'll lead with a God-Pharoah's Faithful. We don't know if they're playing Rakdos Madness or not. It's Jund. It looks like Affinity so far. They play Refurb, so we're going to discard the Deep Analysis, untap, and then flash it back. The value! Boom. I'm at 18. Did not find a land. They play an Ichor Wellspring. I still have no idea what the deck is. Okay, it's Jund. So we have to watch out for Wildfire. We have to watch out for Cast Down. Get in for 2. I will Ponder looking for a land. I'm on land. Down to land. So we'll go top, top, top. No shuffle. Play the land. We're going to play the Familiar. Pass. Next turn, we can... Nothing great. They play an Ichor Wellspring. They draw a card. They don't have Cast Down right now. Plays a Swamp. Cast Down available again. Plays a Gixian Infiltrator. They get in for 2. So I probably just want to Modern Age and then flash back the Deep Analysis. That'll see 3 cards. If I Preordain, I see going to bottom and then 1 similar amount of cards. So let's Preordain. Bottom the Modern Age. Off the Island. Play the Island. I'll play the Familiar. This means next turn I have infinite life. Archaeomancer plus Flicker. My expectation is... Okay, well they go for Cast Down. I'll Flicker. It would stink if they find a another Cast Down or even the Think, think, think. Nile Spellbomb. They attack for 2 in the air. Alright. We go to 15. Play God-Pharoah's Faithful. Play Archaeomancer. And they concede to the infinite life. Thanks, opponent. The true hero. Now, versus this deck, personally, I'm going to bring in the dusts. 3 dusts. We're going to cut on the Faithfuls, some number of foil, bringing in a bunch of Hydroblast. 1 Murmuring Mystic is enough to win. I think I just go 4 Hydro, 3 Dust to Dust. The Dust to Dust is not the most impactful thing to have in the matchup, but they have a lot of artifact lands, so taking them down on mana, especially in a deck that's looking to play all these big spells with Wildfire and all that, we definitely feel like that's useful. I have turn 3 Dust to Dust, so keep. They play a bridge. I'll play an island. Play another bridge. So I think I'm going to cycle for a plains. The reason is I don't have... I'm just going to play the familiar here, make them try to deal with it. Then I can untap plains, kill your 2 lands. They probably want to cast down. I don't want them to Wildfire my Chancery and I'll be out the plains. Back, I'll be behind on mana. Play Refurbished Familiar. I'll discard Island. Another Refurbished Familiar. I'll discard the Archaeomancer. We drew another Archaeomancer. Get rid of your 2 lands. They Bajuka Bog. Okay, that's pretty good. Good start for them. What's my plan? Take it in. Maybe I should have just played the thing. I'll preordain. Kind of looking for more Dust to Dusts. Mortuary Mire, Modern Age. I think I'm going to bottom both. Mortuary Mire could have been pretty solid. Pick up the plains. They have a Twisted Landscape. They probably fetch out red. So I can play the Muldrifter here, holding up the Hydroblast, blocking a Refurbished Familiar. Gets in for 4. I have no life gain anymore because I took it out of the deck. I have another Muldrifter coming up, so good blockers. Muldrifter, draw 2. Deep Analysis, Modern Age. I think I want to get the Modern Age going. I'll play it, then we will pitch the deep. We'll pitch the Deep Analysis. The Modern Age is a good blocker for the Refurbished. They cast down the Familiar. Red Blast. Plays a Landscape. Gets in for 4. We'll go to 8. A lot of things that I expected to happen are happening. Looks like they have a Writhing Chrysalis coming up as well. We're going to draw and discard. I'll discard Ponder, land, play another Muldrifter. We found the Dust to Dust. So the Dust can take out their 2 Refurbished Familiars. Play another Landscape. That's annoying. Another Refurbished Familiar, so we'll get rid of the Island. Gets in for 4. Blocking. Take 1 off the table. Then we'll exile the other 2. Get rid of your Refurbished Familiars. No thanks. They might have like an Investigator's Insight. Looks like, yep, they did. Bummer for me. 1 is down. Preordain. I think I go hop, play the Ash Barrens, and we'll go to 3 life, drawing 2 cards. Pass. They play a Gixian Infiltrator and a bridge. And they sacrifice the landscape to make the Gixian bigger. I'm going to cycle a Lorien Revealed. Grabbing an island, play the island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the Archaeomancer. I will get a Lorien Revealed back. This can help me just put more lands on the table. I'm going to pass. Planning to block the Gixian Infiltrator. They don't have a way to sacrifice. If they do have a way to sacrifice, I'll block with the Archaeomancer and Ephemerate. They have a Nile Spellbomb. Okay. So I'm going to... Then they crack it right away. Interesting. I think that's okay. Best draw for me at this point would be a Murmuring Mystic. I'm getting in, I will block, and I'll cycle a Lorien or an island and ephemerate, attempt to ephemerate. They could have a cast down, but if they have a Hydroblast or a Pyroblast, I have the Hydro. Yay! They had the right thing from my hand. Boink. We're going to get back the Hydroblast. Take no damage. What am I looking for? Snaps. Let's pop my Exile Zone out. I like to keep it over here for ease of use. I'll ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Get back the ephemerate. We'll lead on a Ponder. Okay, I'll put the Muldrifter on top and evoke the Muldrifter. Draw 2. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Boink. We found a snap. Play Island. Snap your creature. Untap. You can just Modern Age discard the Ponder. I think I'm going to Ponder first, actually. Another snap. Okay, no shuffle, and I'll play a Modern Age and discard a Preordain that I saw on top, and attack for 2. When it has the Gixian still in play, we found a Writhing Chrysalis, which is fine. Replays the Gixian Infiltrator. We have the ephemerate. We can ephemerate the Archaeomancer. Get back the ephemerate. We're going to draw and discard. Guess we discard the island. I'll spend 5 minutes to Lorien revealed. We got some familiars. So let's play a familiar and snap the Gixian. We'll go untap plains, play another familiar, and then we'll just... I think I should cycle this Lorien. Might not have another land though. I'll play the Mortuary Mire for no value. I could have attacked with the Muldrifter and put the Lorien on the put it back on top, but I don't know if that's necessary. Gixian is replayed. Plays a land. Shouldn't have played the land out, because that shows me they have nothing. Oh, okay. They needed to play it so that they could have the Eviscerous Insight. Makes sense. Fine. You go Cleansing Wildfire. How about no? Oink. If you're the opponent, you should be trying to Cleansing Wildfire the Mortuary Mire, probably. We will Ephemerate and get back the Hydroblast. We probably want to get back the Snap. Ephemerate again. Get back the Ephemerate. Then play another Familiar. Cast the Lorien Revealed. Draw 3. Going to hardcast a Muldrifter for 2 mana. Finding Dust to Dust. That doesn't help me that much. I have Snap and Flicker. We lost one Archaeomancer. Play a land. Bounce the Gixian. Ephemerate the Archaeomancer to get back the Snap. Bounce the Chrysalis. Untap. Draw 2 with the Deep Analysis. Can't flash it back. Found Murmuring Mystic. Make Infinite Birds. GG's. On to the finals. Round 2. Let's keep. We're on the draw. So the problem... burn again. Okay. Unhappy now. We have Snap Familiar. We don't have a white source. I think I have to cycle for an island. And then turn 2, we're going to Modern Age, discard the Deep Analysis. We're looking for a Chancery. My opponent is on the play in game 1. They Reckless Impulse on turn 2, which is not too bad. Finding another Reckless Impulse and end the festivities. Go land, Modern Age. We discard the Deep Analysis. We did find the Chancery. So now I can play the Chancery, snap Faithful, Preordain. Still with 1 mana available. Play Percussionist. Probably another Reckless Impulse. They play Bushwhacker. So they lose the Impulse and the Festivities. Interesting. Getting in for 7. I'll go to 9. Finding a Ponder. We're going to discard the extra island. Tap, Chancery. Pick up this. Snap the Tomb Raider. Untap. Play Faithful. Then Ponder. We're looking for snaps, Faithfuls. Foil is okay, actually. So top. No shuffle. Just going to put the Preordain out. And then top the Flicker. I'm looking to pitch the Flicker. Or maybe pitch the Ephemerate. They play a Tomb Raider. Epicure. Yeah, I think I pitched the Ephemerate. I'm going to get in. I will block. We go to 8. Do you have it? Plays another Epicure. Okay. So this turn we have a 2/3 flyer, which is quite good. I can play the land and a familiar. I have foil pitch. I also have Ghostly Flicker. So is it better for me to go to 5 and have 2 more cards in hand? Probably not. Maybe it is. Okay, I'm going to go to 5. Keep analysis myself. To 5. And now I can pitch maybe the plains. I guess this doesn't make sense because if they have 2 bolts, I'm super dead. They're going to discard a card, discarding a land. Okay, they discard another card. Now I can counterspell whatever they do. We will counterspell that, discarding the plains. If they have their last card as Fire Blast, I'm hosed. They're getting in. I go to 4. Okay, I'm really happy that I kept the Ephemerate because I drew a Muldrifter. We will evoke the Muldrifter. Draw 2. Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Finding a snap. Now I can snap what? I have 4 blockers. They have 4 attackers. So I think I just cycle for an island. Put that on the table. Rally. Okay. Going to snap a token. Untap. And we will block. Take out as many creatures as possible. But not snapping. Not like trying to block and kill the token because I can use the snap to take the token out. I'm back at 5. My turn. The Ephemerate. Okay. We're going to take this game, I think. We Ephemerate the Muldrifter. Draw 2. Another familiar. Let's... I just have infinite life here if I don't do anything, right? Play familiar. Play Archaeomancer. Get the snap. Play the Chancery. Picking up the island. Snap on your token. Untap. Attempt to flicker. Okay, they have nothing. And we're zooming. We're going to get back the ephemerate, and then ephemerate, and get back to flicker. Then flicker a bunch, and then go drifter, flicker, drifter. One concedes. We're moving right along. This is one of my fastest FAMS leagues. Bringing in the hydros. Then we're cutting the ephemerates for sure. Last breath seemed not good. I think I'm just going to cut on 2 foils this time. We'll see if this is any good. Maybe the Modern Age did help me. It's just a little slow. But maybe on the draw it's not good enough. I want the foils. I don't usually do a good job of picking play draw. We're going to keep this one, hoping that the Ponder in hand will give me a white source. They lead on a blank Tomb Raider, so they probably have a good turn 2 with something happening. We have Hydroblasts, but nothing. No follow-up from there. If I just Hydroblast, I'm going to draw Hydro, then next turn draw Hydro, then draw Muldrifter, so I think I have to shuffle. That was so bad, though. Just draw the Muldrifter off the top. Ponder was not good to me there. Reckless Impulse for the opponent, finding Mountain Epicure. They have an island. Pass. They play out the Epicure and get a blood token, so now they have 2 power on the table. They get in for 2. I'm holding the snap in case I draw a Chancery. Okay, I drew Plains. I'll play out Faithful. Then I'll attempt to snap the Tomb Raider. I can play my Familiar if that resolves. They use a Pyroblast. Okay, we're at 17. Next turn is going to be Familiar, Evoke Muldrifter. I think I have to not block for a couple of turns. Rally. Gets in for a lot. 5 damage. I go to 12. 3 cards in hand. Plays a land. 2 cards left. Has a Ren's Resolve for a Synthesizer and an Epicure. Okay, I have Familiar. I can bounce a token, untap, and then use 3 mana to draw 2. Found a Murmuring Mystic. The next turn I can Murmuring Mystic and then flashback the Deep Analysis if they don't kill my Familiar. They play the Synthesizer, finding a Furnace. So a Furnace from exile into an Epicure. Galvanic Blast would already kill my Familiar, so I'm free to block with the Familiar on any of the 1/1s. They discard a Mountain. Galvanic on my Faithful, getting in for 4. I have to block, and then they discard. So we put the Mystic on the table. We're going to go to 8, draw 2, make a bird, Chancery picking up the Plains. Synthesizer for the opponent. We find another land, not the greatest hit. They can crack another Synthesizer and probably find a good hit though. Spends 2 mana for a Bushwhacker. Okay, so I will kill, block, take 5 damage. I go to 3 life, so I need to find a counterspell. Start on a Modern Age, discard Chancery, play a Familiar, evoke a Muldrifter, draw 2, finding a snap. So now I can snap the Muldrifter, and I do have a foil, which is great. Untap, I made a bird, jam the Muldrifter. Well, I'm going to play the Plains, play the Muldrifter holding up a blue, in case I can find a Hydroblast. I didn't find a Hydroblast. I have to not get hit by double burn spell this turn. They have 1 card in hand, plus whatever they draw off the Synthesizer. A Reckless Impulse. I think I can't afford to foil the Reckless Impulse. That's a tough spot, because I definitely lose if they have a burn spell in hand, but they could probably find a burn spell off the Reckless. They just found creatures. That's definitely fine for me. I'm glad that I didn't counterspell the Reckless. It looks like we're in a solid position. We need to find a Faithful. We're going to draw and discard. Drawing a Plains return, discard the Plains. I'll hardcast a Muldrifter. Draw 2. Cast a Preordain. Faithful on top. So I will bottom the Familiar, top the Faithful, play the Faithful. Then I can evoke another Muldrifter, land, evoke this Muldrifter, go to 4 life. So now I would be dead to the Galvanic Blast instead of their creatures. Draw. We drew a Flicker. Sick. I'm going to Flicker on Muldrifter and Island. Another bird. Okay. We're in a fine position. I'll just cast a Modern Age, go to 6 life, discard Island. Next turn, probably going to go Murmuring Mystic, play the Chancery picking up the Plains. At 6 life, I feel pretty confident with my foil in hand. Love having Force of Will. Cast a Burning Tree, which will allow them to cast the Rally of the Hornburg without tapping for any more mana. Rally. They can spend 3 mana to draw a card off the Synthesizer. That's their choice. They choose. Finds a Tomb Raider. I think we're going to 4-1. Pretty solid. Another Tomb Raider, that's fine. I think they have a lot of creatures, but so do I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have 9. I have 10. So I like the foil playing here because it allowed me to keep progressing. So I do think that I will probably play foils in the post-board games versus Rally moving forward. All right, we flip the Modern Age. We draw and discard. I'll discard another Modern Age. I don't need that anymore. Play a Murmuring Mystic. So many Mystics. The Archaeomancer. Grab the Flicker. Chancery. Pick up the Plains. And I will make infinite birds and infinite life. So my opponent is just letting me do this. I want to show you how to make it happen quickly. I move the stack down. I put the triggers next to where the flicker will be. Then I'm clicking the God-Pharoah's Faithful so that it resolves first. All right, now they conceded. A solid 4-1 for blue-white familiars. I do think that the Rally Red matchup is tough, and going, 2-1 versus it was pretty good. I think maybe we need to reevaluate the specific sideboard strategy. We went loss, win, win versus the other Rally Red players. We went win, win, and win, loss, win. Well, this one wasn't really Rally Red. So I think winning game 1 is very important there. With familiars, you do want to rely heavily on your God-Pharoah's Faithful. So that's, another showcase of why my 8 cantrip list is very good. I was hesitant for a long time to play so many Lorien Revealeds, but they were solid as well. I really like this deck. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.